Me when you're ready.
It's recording.
Now?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Hi. So for my persuasion effect, I chose to do my presentation and project on boxing and why it should be allowed in high school. So here's my poster that I made. This is my actual project. So I guess I'll just get started. So some reasons for boxing is parents' number one complaint is that boxing is dangerous. In reality, boxing is actually safer than almost all the other sports that are allowed in high school. It's safer than football, it's safer than soccer, baseball, and wrestling, which are kind of the big sports that high schools offer. Boxing teaches the participants multiple life skills that can and do benefit them for the rest of their lives. Some of those lessons include perseverance, self-reliance and discipline, dedication and determination, physical fitness and personal limits, strength, resilience, and there's others that are similar to other sports. Arguments against boxing, which I will go over in a bit, can be argued for every other sport too, and I'll talk about that in a little bit more. That's another reason for boxing. And the final reason I have is there's equipment out there that limits the safety risks and health risks that boxing has in it, mainly head trauma. That's the biggest one when it comes to boxing. But some of those equipment is a helmet, which is pictured here. It's just a big padded helmet, and it lessens the impact of head trauma and the punches that they receive to their heads. So reasons against high school boxing is that students get too tired because it's a very physically taxing sport. Students would focus more on boxing rather than their school studies, which is another reason why people say it shouldn't be in high school. And boxing is dangerous. The injuries that are most common in boxing are head trauma and concussions, as well as blackouts. They get hit hard enough that they get knocked out. But in regards to that, it's safer than football, wrestling, baseball, soccer. The injuries that are more common in there, and they're also more frequent. They happen more, and they're usually more severe. Is you break bones, including noses, arms, and legs. There's other. There's severe concussions in football, and in most cases they're even worse than they are in boxing. And when they say that the reasons against boxing in high school can also all be argued for other sports. In particular, the one I chose to argue about was the students focusing more on boxing rather than their school study. How many football players do you know actually say, "Oh, I have a 4.0 GPA, that's what I focus on is GPA, not football"? There's like none, right? So that was supposed to be funny, but no one laughed. That's fine. But so every sport that's out there, their students are more focused on that because they actually enjoy doing that. They don't usually focus on their school study because they'd rather be doing something else that's what they find more worth their time. But same can be said with boxing. So why isn't that a sport that's allowed? Because all the other sports face that same problem too. And all the other sports all have their own safety risks and health risks and physical risks. And boxing has more lessened and limited risks than that too. One reason it's also safer is because there are the referees that referee the match are really trained in how to protect the boxers and what moves are illegal and legal and everything. And when it comes to boxing, they often have to step in between the fighters to stop them from fighting when time is called or when an illegal hit has been made. Also, this is a fun fact. There are only 2 high schools in America that have a boxing team. The biggest is the Cincinnati High School boxing team, and that's the biggest because it pulls surrounding schools into their program. a lot of the other high schools there don't have a boxing program, and the students who are interested in boxing join that program because they're able to do that, and a lot of the students enjoy it. All the students who participate in it enjoy it a lot, and so yeah. And it's the same with any other sport. Boxing participants are aware of the risks, and they just do it because they love it. So that's my presentation. Now I have a Kahoot. It'll take a bit. Need some help, friend? Are you gonna do it?
I'm supposed to record it?
Or you can do it if you want to. I don't know. Are you enjoying? Do you want to join? Okay, come join.
The flute!
This is being recorded, so be quiet, please.
It's being recorded.
Mom, do you think I should do it?
Yeah. Actually, yeah, go for it.
Are you almost in?
No, I just got here.
I feel like I should change it.
You're fine.
I was trying not to laugh because I didn't want to move the phone. But then you said that we didn't laugh, and I laughed.
Wait, 0 players. Did you leave?
Yeah.
Is that Jessica?
Yeah.
Okay, go, Jordan. Hurry up, please.
There we go. That one's better.
Jordan. All right. Question uno. Who complains the most about having boxing in high school?
What?
Parents, faculty administration, students, or high school coaches?
I can't see all the questions.
Parents.
What? That went fast.
That was my guess.
That went fast.
Which sports are more dangerous than boxing? Baseball, soccer, football, or all of the above?
Yes.
What is not a reason against boxing in high school? Students are too tired, boxing is safer than other sports, students would focus too much on boxing, or boxing is dangerous. Oh, I didn't even finish reading the questions. There are only 2 high school boxing teams in America.
Oh, no.
True or false?
Wait.
Which of the following does boxing not do? Teaches participants lifelong lessons, glorifies punching/violence, provides safety and health means, or tells students about the risk of boxing? I may or may not have covered that, I don't remember.
I just guessed.
What is not a lesson that boxing teaches? Perseverance, resilience, strength, or none of the above? I think this is the last one, yep. Boxing should be allowed in high school. True or false? Alrighty. Yeah, I think it's gonna go through this whole thing. Ta-da! So there's my presentation.
I'm a psycho.
Alright, thank you. Now stop the video.